Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran calls to the believers and tells them to change their attitude, how they look at money, when He said subhanahu wa ta'ala, يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة. Or you those who believe, spend from that which we have provided you before there comes a day where there is no bargaining, there is no transactions, there is no friendships, and there is no intercessions. SubhanAllah, one of the first regrets that people will have after they pass away, and they will say, oh Allah, only if you allow me to return for one more moment, لأصدق وأكن من الصالحين, so I can spend in your way and be amongst the righteous. So why have that regret when we can spend right now? Especially during the month of Ramadan, the month when we should show our generosity, as we were expecting generosity from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive our sins, to forgive our shortcomings, to bless us in our provisions and our rizq. We should be generous with our spending towards those who are in need. It is narrated that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam كان أجود ما يكون في شهر رمضان, that he used to be the most generous during the month of Ramadan. And it is narrated in a story between him and Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu anha, that they slaughtered a lamb and he asked sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what remains of it? She said, all of it was given for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, except for the shoulder. He said, everything remains except the shoulder. Everything remains in your book of deeds. Everything remains in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That which you give remains in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, except that which you keep to yourself, subhanallah.